Now, the Kenya Medical Supplies Authority's suspended Chief Executive Officer Jonah Manjari has been thrust into the deep waters of trouble and appears to be looking at the underside of a bus after being thrown there, according to a Senate committee's report on the procurement of heist at KEMSA. He is among the then high-level officials at KEMSA alongside its board, who the committee wants to be investigated over the Covid-19 Millionaires scandal. Vincent Odor reports that the House team has also recommended the interrogation of 50 companies that were handed tenders by the agency.
Okay, where is the result of the sample?
For the last 6 months, the Senate Standing Committee on Health has investigated the 7.8 billion shillings KEMSA procurement scandal. With its work now done, the committee in its findings has indicted 6 suspended top KEMSA officers and asked the DPP and the DCI to investigate them. Among those to be investigated is KEMSA ex-CEO Jonah Manjari, suspended Director of Procurement Charles Juma, Director of Commercial Services Eliud Mureithi, Director Legal Services Frederick Wanyonyi, Waiganjo Karanja of Finance and Strategy, and any other officer who was involved in the procurement process and who, upon investigation, is found culpable. The committee has established a deliberate attempt by the ex-KEMSA CEO and the management of KEMSA to defeat the application of the law concerning the procurement of the medical supplies in response to COVID-19. The committee says the establishment of the tender evaluation committees was a mere formality as they worked retrospectively. This is because the items being tendered, the report says, had been delivered to KEMSA warehouses before the tender opening and evaluation processes had been undertaken. The use of the KEMSA capital budget and funds meant for the Universal Healthcare Program for the procurement of medical supplies has been termed as irregular.
NHSONE.
The committee has established that KEMSA did not carry out a market survey and failed to use the lowest prices submitted by the companies as a guide and the basis for determining the price at which to procure supplies. The committee wants 50 companies that were awarded tenders to be investigated to determine if there was any collusion between the ex-KEMSA CEO, the board, and the directors of the companies. Among its recommendations, the committee wants the Ministry of Health to authorize KEMSA to dispose of procured medical items in response to the COVID-19 pandemic at prevailing market prices to stop the losses incurred. They also want the KEMSA Act to be reviewed to ensure that counties are allowed to procure medical items from entities other than KEMSA. Vincent Odor, NTV.